your shame, you know you wear it inside. Run away with all your lies, run away in your disguise, you know you don't fool me. You blame me for your boredom, you blame me for your pain.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Paul Mash TV. I'm Paul Mash, of course, and I know I've been absent for several days now. It's just been kind of a slow time for us right here, but hopefully things will pick up soon, so I appreciate your patience on that. And we got a great episode coming up, but before we do, let's recap everything. If you want to contact us, you can contact us by email. That's pmashtv, all one word, at gmail.com. And you can use that for fan mail, and you can also use it if you're a band who's wanting to be on the show. And we'll respond, and you will get a response from that. And don't forget to contact us on Facebook. That's facebook.com/PaulMashTV. And you can check out all our interviews there. And if you'd like to join in on the conversations, you're welcome to. And be sure to like the page as well. And don't forget about YouTube. If you're watching this right now on YouTube, there's that subscribe button right there. Just hit that and you'll keep up with all the latest episodes, so we hope you'll do that. And we're also on Instagram. Just go to instagram.com/PaulMashTVOfficial and be sure to follow us on there. And we'd love to hear from you. Right now we have Shaun Oguinn. He's from Modesto, California. Very talented country music singer. And but then again, all of our artists, as I've said in the past, are very talented. I think you're really going to like Shaun. So without further ado, we'll get to that interview shortly, but before we do, here's a commercial break from Click Jam. Don't go away.
Whenever it's time to gas up, always keep in mind to dream big and go hard. Log on to clickjam.com and sign up today. And hey, you can always count on us. clickjam.com.
Well, hello everybody, and thanks for joining us again for the interview section. And from Modesto, California, today we have Shaun Oguinn. Thanks for joining us, Shaun.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Glad you can make it today. I ask this question a lot, and I would like to ask you as well. Why don't you tell me a little bit about how you in particular got involved in music? I mean, have you always wanted to be a musician? Did you just kind of fall into it? But everyone has their own story, so let me know your story.
Essentially my family is all involved in music. I've got less family members that don't have anything to do with music as opposed to do. All the men in my family are musically inclined. My grandfather, my uncles, my brother, everybody can, just pick up any instrument and start playing. But as far as singing goes, as far as my generation goes, I should say, I'm the only singer. Everybody else just plays music. My sister sings and mom sings, but that's about it. I've been around music and especially growing up, between Arkansas and Texas, I always had my mom listened to 60s, Leslie Gore, Gladys Knight and the Pips, whereas my stepdad, he listened to, Van Halen and Skinner and Jackal and just a bunch of different real diverse type music. And so I pretty much grew up with everything. Mm-hmm. And I've been singing since my mom says that I was singing before I could talk. But I grew up, listening to Elvis and playing Elvis and singing Elvis when I was a toddler, and so I just kind of kept going with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those are some good bands you mentioned there. Would you say some of those are your influences, or do you have other influences as well?
I'd say probably my influences would be late 80s, early 90s country, Garth Brooks, Blake Shelton, Joe Nichols, stuff like that. And then kind of on the other side of the coin, I've got, I was born in '82, so I'm a kid of the '90s. And so I grew up at 10 years old listening to Pearl Jam and that 90s alt rock. And so that's kind of where my diversity in my music comes from, is between my mom, my stepdad with his rock, me with my 90s rock and R&B. Of course, I wanted to be a little bit rebellious, so I listened to a little bit of rap. It's just I kind of have influence from all over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that does sound like a good variety, but I think, like you said, you kind of veer more towards the country bands, which is good. So, why don't you tell me about if there's any albums, or have you had any, or would you like to do some? Maybe you could talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I'd like to do some. I haven't done any. I sang with a band back in, I think it was 2000, maybe 2001. Really, really briefly. Didn't record anything with them. And they ended up later on going down the road and actually getting big, big for the area, I guess you could say. And I mean, I would like to go into it, and I'd like to have an album or albums and be something. I think I look at me recording an album is I want to be the voice of someone's escape, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. And we're just a couple of moments we'll be playing one of your songs, which brings me to the question, why don't you tell me a little bit about the song that we're about to play right now? Maybe there's a story behind it. I do believe it's a cover version too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a cover. So She Talks to Angels About Black Crows. I actually only heard the song probably, I don't know, 7-8 years ago. It was just a band that I knew of but didn't really pay much attention to, and then I went to karaoke one night and I heard someone singing it, and I was like, I remember that song. I could sing that. And so I started singing it kind of at karaoke. And whereas, as you can tell by my accent, I have a bit of a Southern drawl, and so and I have the deeper voice and the lower register of country, and between my accent and the low notes, it's a perfect fit for country as far as I'm concerned. But I have still that rock side of me that likes to belt. I actually got the nickname Pipes from a couple of different karaoke DJs, that whenever I would sing it, as I got into the first chorus, I would actually hand the microphone back and finish the song without the microphone. So it's been it's usually, if I go to karaoke, it's like my last song of the night, because it's a little bit harder on my voice, but because I pushed so hard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's it is a pretty good song. I've heard it a few times myself, and I think you do a pretty good job version. A pretty good job of pretty good version of it, I guess I should say. My mouth can't talk right now, but all you out there can be the judge of that. But anyway, yeah, I think that pretty much is all I can think of for right now. And so I guess we'll just end it there, but we would love to have you back sometime, Shaun. Maybe you'll have some new stuff in the future, and then I can have you back on. I would love to do that.
Yeah, I think next Wednesday I'm supposed to go to a friend's house that he says he has a studio in the back of his house. So I mean, we'll kind of see how it goes, but I don't know how what kind of quality or even what kind of studio he has. I've not been to his house yet, so.
Okay. Well, anytime you want to come back, Shaun, we'd love to have you back. So, so I guess we'll go ahead and get right to the song here. This is "She Talks to Angels," a Black Crowes cover by Shaun Oguinn. So we'll play that for you right now, and we'll be right back.
Never mentions the word addiction in certain company. Yeah. Hell yeah. Good job, brother. Next up, Justice.